Ekabo, and welcome to another episode of Talking IFA with me, Babalawo Salako. But before I get started, I have a request. Please like, share, and subscribe this video so that we can reach as many people as possible with this information. Also, please take just a moment to put in the comments where you're watching from or where you're listening from. That just your city, state, and country is all we need. We just want to know who all that we are reaching. Thank you for that. So let's get started. In today's episode, I'll discuss the topic IFA, the religion of your life. Now, IFA is not just rituals, it's not just divination. IFA acts as the roadmap to help us navigate our time and our life here on IE. But I believe there are two pillars that are most important on that journey, that being Ori and Iwa. Iwa being character. So in this episode, we'll explore each of those two pillars. And by the end, hopefully you'll have some tools to help you honor both of those pillars on your journey. But first, I have a question. Have you ever asked yourself the question, what is my purpose in life? That question is asked a lot by people. But in reality, there are two questions that people ask that I want to address today. Not only do people ask, what is my purpose in life? More often they ask, how do I get to the good life? That's what most people want to know. How do I get to the good life? As a matter of fact, many people up front only ask that question, how do I get to the good life? And they spend all their time trying to get to the good life. And then sometimes they arrive at what they think in their minds represents the good life. But oftentimes when that happens, if that's their only focus, that good life that they found or reached sometimes rings hollow. You know, a lot of times people say, money can't buy happiness. I wouldn't know because I don't have a lot of money. But some people, I heard that saying a lot, some people say that. Okay, that's them reaching the money, but them finding reaching it alone is not enough. It is not fulfilling. So what happens then? Greetings. I'm Babalawo Salako. I was initiated as a priest of Ifa and Obatala in Nigeria in 2006, and I've been practicing the Ifa Orisha religion for over 30 years now. My mission is simple, to help those who are new to the religion or lost in the religion. So if that's you, then buckle up and join me. This is Talking Ifa. So let's start with Ori. Ori is something that we choose before we're born. Everybody goes to Ajala's house in a room and we select our Ori. What is Ori? Now, Ori literally means physical head, right, in Yoruba. But it also means, on the spiritual side, our inner spiritual head, or Ori Inu, or what they call. And in that sense, Ori is our own personal deity that we have access to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So before we come to Earth, or Aye, which is a Yoruba term for Earth, each soul journeys to Olodumare's palace to the realm of Ajala Mopin, the potter of heads, or the potter or maker or molder of Oris out of clay. So there, in the presence of Olodumare and witnessed by Orunmila normally is hiding in the attic, we choose our Ori. Now, that choice is not random, it's not imposed on us. It's our choice, it's our own free will. You pick your portion of life that you want to achieve on IEA, which could include things like your lifespan, your life's challenges, your gifts, relationships, things you can achieve. So in doing so, because Arumula was there and witnessed, before we're born, after we've chosen our Ori, we all have to go to the tree of forgetfulness. And when we touch the tree of forgetfulness, we forget our choice of Ori. So when we're born and we come into IEA, one of the journeys that we're on is to reach, realign, and learn what we chose in our Ori. And one of the best ways of doing that, and the main purpose of it, is IFA divination. We go to IFA divination because Arumula knows what's in our Ori. Then Arumula is the prime one to help guide us here on IEA.
Before we move on with the podcast, I want to tell you about something I know you're going to love. Discover Ashe Life. Get your high quality t-shirts and long sleeves featuring powerful Orisha designs like Oshun, Yemoja, Shango, and many more. They come available in multiple colors. These are comfortable fits made to wear every day. And this is more than just clothing. Ashe Life is about walking in blessings, embracing your path, and carrying that divine energy with you. So visit AsheLife.com today and wear your Ashe. From the family behind talkingifa, Ashe.
And once we do go to divination and perform our ebos, that's going to help us to stay in alignment, to get back in alignment if we're out of alignment, find alignment, etc. So, look at Ori as our first and most personal Orisha. No other deity can help you more than your own Ori. As the elders say, Ori lo da mi, si biti o da ra. It is Ori that placed me in a good location. Here's a powerful essay from an Odu in a paper by Dr. Eric Adewui Mason that brings this alive. In a larger sense, Ori is an Orisha and can be thought of it in the singular. One poem from Ifa Divination Corpus, a collection of oral poetry that encapsulates all aspects of life, describes a time when all 400 primordial Orisha were together. 399 got into a quarrel with Ori. It was 399 because the 400th one in this case was Ori. So in the ensuing physical altercation, Ori threw Kabisi Shango to Koso, he threw Oya to Ira, he threw Ifa to Ado, etc. Ori threw all the Orisha to a location. A year passed and all the Orisha gathered together again to reignite the fight with Ori. Before they began, Ori turned to Ifa and asked if Ifa was not the one with a mind filled with wisdom. Ori then asked Ifa why he was acting like a fool. Ori pointed out that every place he threw them, they all became successful. Okay? So, what this verse shows is that Ori is the divine architect, placing even the great Orishas in their perfect realms. Your Ori does the same for you. It's the potential path, the good things, successes, and fulfillments already chosen by you and waiting for you. But here's the key. Ori is potential. It needs activation. So think about your own life for a minute. Have you ever been in a situation where things just seem to fall into place, where it's just like, wow, things are just working out today. I mean, this is a great day. What's going on? Just everything seems to be going right for you. Many times, that's your Ori working for you because you are in alignment, perfect alignment with your Ori. So now let's move from Ori to the other pillar I spoke of, Iwa. Iwa means character, right? It's that thing in life that we all have to deal with. It represents the struggles in life that we must all go through. Iwa Puele means gentle or good character. IFA teaches that Iwa is what Olodumare supports above all else. And what is character? It's not just about being nice. It's patience, honesty, humility, kindness, truthfulness, and living in harmony with others and the world. The proverb says, Iwa lewa, character is beauty. Without it, nothing else matters. There's a very beautiful supporting story that comes from the Odu Ęgbę Otura, or also called Ęgbę Alara. It's the sacred tale of Orunmila and his wife, Iwa, herself, personified as character. Before marrying Iwa, Orunmila consulted Ifa. The diviners told him, make Ęgbę, or sacrifice. Also treat her with care and contemptuous patience. She is delicate. He did the sacrifice, and Ifa, Orunmila, married Iwa. So after Orunmila married Iwa, life just blossomed. It bloomed for Ifa, because before Orunmila married Iwa, his business was struggling. He was struggling to grow his business, to build clients, etc. But once he married Iwa, prosperity, peace, blessings flowed into his home, and everything was going well. But over time, Orunmila started growing impatient with Iwa, because Iwa had some habits that were very annoying for Orunmila. And it got to a point where Orunmila just couldn't take it anymore, and Orunmila shouted at her, started mistreating her. He started taking her for granted. Now Iwa, the embodiment of good character, Iwa couldn't take that anymore. So Iwa finally left, taking every blessing that she brought with her to Orunmila. She took those all with her when she left. So after she left, Orunmila's life crumbled. His business dried up, and people started, saying negative things about him, and they wouldn't come around anymore. So finally, Orunmila put two and two together and realized it must be because Iwa left me. So Orunmila went out searching for Iwa everywhere. So finally he went and consulted priests, who revealed that Iwa has returned to her father's house in heaven. Her father, who is her father, Suuru, Patience himself, was Iwa's father. So Orunmila decided to journey to Orun, and he pleaded for Iwa to come back. Suuru ni baba Iwa, patience is the father of character. Without treating Iwa well, even the wisest Orunmila loses everything. So Iwa agreed to return only on the condition that Orunmila always would respect her moving forward. So from then on, Orunmila declared, whoever has all the blessings in life but lacks Iwa Puele, those blessings become another person's. But here's the beautiful truth. Ori and Iwa are not separate. They're teammates. They work together. Ori, remember, represents our potential destiny, those things that we chose before we came, that we wanted to achieve or experience on our life's path here on Ęgbę. Iwa represents the test of our life, the character, all the good things in our character, patience, humility, honesty, etc., is Iwa. So as we're going through this path and we're going through life here on IEA, and we're trying to reach the good things that are in the Ori, we're striving for success, we're working hard for success, we're achieving success. At the same time, we must respect and also focus on working on improving our character, our Iwa, meaning that we have to be able to take the time to sit and stand and look in the mirror at ourselves and tell the truth. Because remember, honesty in character does not just mean being honest in your interactions with others, meaning not lying to other people. Because one of the most important people to be honest with is yourself. Because if we just have self-deception and deceive ourselves, that blocks our ability to grow our Iwa, because we won't even admit or be able to see or acknowledge we have any of those issues in our Iwa. Others might be able to see them, but we won't be able to see them. So one of the first most important things we all have to work on is avoiding self-deception. But if we realize that Ori and Iwa are the two pillars, in my opinion, the most important two pillars that we have to deal with in life, and we acknowledge it, then things should work out for us. So what exactly am I saying here? I'm saying that IFA is the religion of your life, meaning that you have an Ori, you have character, Iwa. Your Iwa is always being tested, right? And as you keep growing and passing those tests, that's going to open the roads and align you better with the things in your Ori, the good things you have in your Ori, in your life's path, so that it flows easier for you to achieve those things, okay? So even the best Ori can be derailed by poor Iwa, or poor character. A weak character blocks the flow. But when you cultivate Iwa Puele, patience, humility, truth, you align with your Ori. The path opens. The good things manifest. Ifa makes this explicit. Your chosen destiny, potential destiny in your Ori requires good character, Iwa, to fully unfold. As one teaching puts it, Ayamo ni Iwa Puele ni Ayamo. Meaning, your potential destiny is good character, and good character is your potential destiny. You can't have one without the other. Rituals like Ibori, feeding your Ori, or Ebo help, but they work best when paired with daily character or Iwa development. So in your life path, think of it this way. Ori whispers the direction, meaning that you should go in, like being in this relationship, this career, this purpose feels right. Iwa is the walk, choosing integrity when it's hard, patience in delay, kindness when you're in the middle of conflict. If you fail the test, what happens? The lessons repeat until your character catches up. Have you ever had that happen in your life where you say, why does this keep happening to me? It seems to keep happening to me. Then you're being tested over and over again, and you have to look at your character. Why am I being tested in this way? Where do I need to grow? So if you pass a test, your Ori's treasures arrive: abundance, peace, legacy. The Orunmila Iwa story is proof of that. Even the quote unquote prophet Orunmila, the Orisha of wisdom, even his Ori was brought to nothing without honoring character. Your life is the same arena. So ask yourself right now, what small acts of Iwa Puele can you practice today? Think in your mind, what is it that I can do even for a little while today to help improve my own Ęgbę, or my own character. So here are some practical steps you can take. One, with your Ori. Make sure that you get up every day and you do something to honor your Ori, even as simple as offering water to your head, doing prayers to Ori. Find out some other offerings that you can do to Ori in terms of your Ori. In terms of your Ęgbę, think about, say, 4 aspects of character, 4 aspects of IFA. Look at honesty, patience, hope, humility. Let's just start with those 4 and think about those each day and say, well, which areas in these can I do something to improve in those areas on today? So I've walked you through the 2 pillars today. First, Ori, the potential destiny or the good things that you chose for this life here on Ęgbę. And 2, Ęgbę, the test of your character in this life and the key that unlocks the blessings of the good things that are in your Ori. These 2 pillars together make IFA the religion of your life. It will help guide and direct you and bring you all the blessings between what you chose in Orun, heaven, and what you live and experience here in Ęgbę. So I hope you've gotten something out of this today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and share. And just, again, let us know where you're watching from in the comments. Thank you very much for your support. Ire, Odabo.